been a little bit since we talked to Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, like 5 weeks.
How long has it been? When was the last time we talked to him?
Before Christmas.
Before Christmas, yeah.
Wow. So really, let's catch up first and foremost. Joe, good morning. How are you? Great to talk to you again.
Good morning. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
How's everyone's holidays?
Very good. Very good. Do you still say Happy New Year, Joe? Or did you let that one go?
I think the statute of limitations is up on the Happy New Year.
Good job.
Yeah, we agree. Do you have a certain amount of days or a time frame for that?
One.
That's strict. Yeah. I mean, I respect the hell out of it, but that's strict. I typically say 3, and I won't take offense to someone saying it between the 1st and the 7th. But anything after that, now you're just being rude by offering that.
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I'll give you 48 to 72 hours if we're being generous.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Zoe?
I'm going to ask you about Gerard Mayo, Joe. I know you had to not a statement on it, but you said, hey, we're hired to get fired. Have you had a chance to even reach out to Gerard, or is that something you do or would do?
No, yeah, I definitely texted him. I think before the statement, it was, everybody talks about the one person, and it's very unfortunate when head coaches go through that, but there's such a trickle-down effect between wives, kids, families, people moving from different parts of the country, kids going to different schools, and all that stuff gets impacted for it. But, we all kind of know what we signed up for. It doesn't mean it's still not difficult. So to see anybody have to go through that is tough, but, definitely reached out to him and see what happens.
Hey, Brandon Jennings made some noise over the last few days on social media after he said Jayson Tatum was the softest superstar in Celtics history. It feels like Tatum's a guy that has to deal with that sort of stuff more than anyone. What do you think when you hear something like Tatum is soft?
First thought was that's when you use one of your coins.
Yes. Yep.
That's a coin. Secondly, listen, you said it best. I think it's unfortunate that him in particular, but the players in general have to fight for that, or feel like they have to fight for that constant affirmation. And so the thing that I try to do the most is we don't have to be affirmed by other people's opinions. Jayson is an unbelievable player. He's a great player, one of the best Celtics of all time. And, the facts speak for itself. And, it's part of the ultimate compliment that we have to defend that. I think that's part of the responsibility and the ownership of playing of such a historic franchise. But that's also the compliment because we get to go to be, absolutely one of the best. And I think he is that. I think he works towards that every day. And you just don't have to be affirmed by other people's opinions, especially when they're not in the arena. And so, that's my take on it, and I'm grateful to coach him.
It is obnoxious, though. On some level, Jayson Tatum or his teammates or you and your coaching staff hear things like that and just be like, what are we doing here? Why is this a thing? Right?
It's the gift and the curse of the society that we live in. You're just allowed to say anything and whatever that you want. And so, as a player, as an organization, as a team, as a locker room, you just have to fight for, to listen to the people that matter the most in your life and in your career. And it's just, again, it goes back to, I think it's the ultimate compliment to deal. You can't not deal with the criticism if you want the praise at the same time. And that's just kind of how it works. And I wouldn't even say that's criticism. That's more of just an opinion. And, you just have to fight not to be affirmed by other people's opinions. At the end of the day, that opinion has absolutely no ramifications on his career, his path, the game tomorrow, practice. It just doesn't really mean anything. And I think it goes back to kind of what I talked about at the beginning of the year, where, in the arena, you have a choice to decide how you're going to deal with the power of other people's words. And, they're just words. So, but nothing should ever be taken away from that guy's career, in my opinion. The reason why he gets that is because of how good he is.
And how things ended last year. Jalen gets both awards, but you have the summer, you have the Olympics in the summer. Do you think that's the carryover too? Because he's really carried the load for you guys when guys were out, whether it was Porzingis until he got back healthy, Jalen sitting out a little bit. Like, he's carried the load.
I mean, it's just we're a team. I mean, and I think one of the greatest things about Jayson is he wants to win more than anything else. I mean, he cares about winning. And we have a team. We have a team full of great players. And, as people go through, we were just talking about this the other day, actually, of like, the successes and failures of greatness. People only pay attention. They're either going to pay attention solely to the successes or solely to the failures. But if you want to be one of the greats, you're going to go through difficult times, whether that's losing 4 or 5 Super Bowls, losing 4 or 5 NBA finals, winning an NBA final and not getting an individual award. Like, I think all that stuff just kind of is chalked up to the journey that you're on. And I can speak for all of our guys, it's in our team in particular, being in Boston, but also, Jalen and Jayson. And in this instance, Jayson, the way he handles the journey for his age and what he's accomplished and what he has to deal with, I don't think there's many people that could handle it much better.
You guys had a film session.
All that being said, you got to use a coin in that situation.
Without a doubt. You guys had a film session coming off the Thunder loss before playing in Denver, and Jayson Tatum said that one of the things that you guys are working on was being able to identify defensive adjustments more quickly. Is that an emphasis of yours for everybody at this moment this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination of understanding defensive adjustments, matchups, coverages, and then particularly when we have our whole team and when we're fully healthy, I think those things change. It's a great thing to develop different identities throughout a season and have different guys in and out of the lineup because you're building different stuff. But it's also a small difficulty because you get into different types of habits and you get into different types of lineups and situations that are just going to be guarded different. And so then when we get back to being fully healthy, teams are going to guard us differently because of the type of talent that we have on the floor together. And that just takes time and habits to work with. And that has to happen quicker for us to be effective. And credit to the guys, there's great carryover from film session to that. But it's something we have to commit to every day and just continue to work at.
You were talking about the lineup. I think it's 2 times throughout the almost 40 games you guys have played so far that you've had a full rotation. How challenging has that sort of been to navigate throughout this season for you?
Hello?
Hello?
You there?
Hello?
Hey, you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, pay your bills.
So I think you've only had a full rotation twice so far this year. How challenging has that been to sort of navigate over these almost 40 games so far?
Again, the majority of that is a lot of fun, and it's important for your team because you're developing different role guys, you're developing different identities, but that just creates different levels of comfort and opportunities. And so when you do get back to being a whole team, there's just different habits and different rhythms that you have to fight to fall into. And so that's on us to just continue to make a commitment to drilling that, working that, and doing that. And again, it's good to both, and we just have to be great at both of those things when we have them and when we don't.
Is Porzingis like 100% full go? Coming off the rehab, and you see how well he's been playing. But is he at 80%, 100%? Is he close to 100?
He's full go. He's good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wonder if you like hold your breath at times too with him.
No, I mean, listen, I watch him. I don't hold my breath at all because I watch the work that he puts in. I mean, a lot of the stuff is out of his control and unfortunate, but I see the commitment that he makes to his prehab, like the stuff that he works to do to prevent, injuries and what he does when it happens. And it's impressive how he handles it, how he handles the ups and downs of that. But I don't at all because I just see the preparation that he puts in every day.
We haven't talked to you in forever, so the last time we did, I saw a few days after you were at the UConn game. How often are you checking out the college game?
McCone's
and how
a big
beautiful is that
UConn.
offense? How beautiful is that offense that Dan Hurley and those guys run?
How beautiful was it last night, McCone?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I tell you, that was a tough one last night. I watched that whole game.
I know, brutal.
Yeah, it was a tough one, but I like watching him play. You a UConn fan?
Yes, diehard UConn fan. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I wasn't when we played because obviously we're in the Big East together, but,
Do you think about going to UConn back in the day?
That's not the right question. The question is, did UConn think about having me there? And the answer was no.
Slighted, you could tell.
That feels like a miss on their part.
I know, right? Missed that evaluation.
Not at all. I promise you, not at all.
I feel like you and Calhoun would have gotten along. That's the same type of mindset there.
If it wasn't West
but
Virginia,
trust me, they were recruiting talent, not.
What other schools did you seriously consider when you were being recruited?
URI at the time, and a little bit of I don't know how serious they were, but Xavier, with Sean Miller's first go around.
Oh yeah, they were good.
Yeah,
they were nice arena too. Yeah,
Cintas Center.
Yeah, it's a good little building. Good place to see a game. And they of the college buildings I've been in, they do the very best job of honoring all the guys who have then gone pro after playing there.
Where's that?
At the Cintas Center. It's like,
really?
Yeah, there's so much in terms of taking jerseys from players when they go pro and having them hanging in the building. That there's a lot of that there, really celebrating their alums.
David West jersey.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know who knocked it out was the Yum Center, Louisville.
Oh God, yeah.
That's a big time arena.
All right. Well, Joe, it's great to talk to you. We'll keep doing this. We'll be around more.
Yeah, great.
Now that our big
Great
vacation.
Happy New Year.
No,
See you, Joe.
No, I'm not. I will not reciprocate.
Later.
See you guys.
See you, Joe.
See ya. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.